This is a demonstration of the State Nationals event notification system. It was created to support state nationals in their journey. On the page without being logged in, we have some basic information and quotes from David Straight on getting together and being unified as a group of people. You also have a second page here where it gets into more detail and a couple more recordings on David Straight and the movement that we have, specifically about getting organized. And then you can also have other information such as an abortion problem in Maryland, so you can have other events besides state national events as well. I was first logged in as a user, and this is the page that they see. And you see here we have a list of all the events that are upcoming from today forward. And you can look at the details of the event by just clicking on it like so. It also shows you the total number of members for the Maryland area, 1, and the number of event types for, in this case, Maryland. Okay. Now, when you click on this over here, it'll actually set the what events are for that date. So you can actually go forward in time and see what events are coming up just by clicking on the calendar there. Okay. You also have a better filter system where you can actually look at the events and you can filter for different things, what state they're in, county, city, etc. And you've got the types that there are: court events, site events, state national, specialty, trades, and so forth. We specifically are trying to support different aspects of state national, your status, PMAs, Form 56, etc. And then we've done on the trade side, electrical work, subcontractors, plumbing, heating, air conditioning. Meetups can be a local meeting or a national meeting. National meetings will require pre-approval before they're broadcast out, like so. When you see a meeting here, you can click on this, and then it brings up the details of the meeting and who created the meeting, etc. To create an event, you come over here to New Event, and you select the type of event that you want. So if I say court event like so, then I can say that the District Court of Frederick County, and then speeding ticket, for example, and the circumstances associated with it, when that case is going to be. I recommend, you don't try to do the meeting for tomorrow because you won't have enough time to get some people to attend. And you should know well in advance about when that's going to be. So I'm going to say 10 a.m. Okay. Now, location would be 100 Court Street. And then notice you have a pre-meeting capability. So if you want to have a meetup before the meeting, you have the ability to do that. And then the zip code. Like so. And this would be your phone number because you're the one creating it, so they want to contact you. And then you can have the pre-meeting information as well. So right now, when you create this, and then you hit the save button. So right now, these meetings will get broadcast out right away. But I do have, at a checkbox level, the ability to go through an approval process before they go out. And as I said earlier, a national broadcast meeting must go through an approval process, like so. Okay. And this is the selection capability. So that now we come down there. There's the number of people who will attend. Okay. All right. And that sends a meeting out. And if we come up here to filter and we say Maryland, like so, and we say relist, we'll have the two different events that I created. Notice this was created by somebody else. This was created by me, so I can delete it and I can edit it like so. Okay. Now, the other events would be school board meetings and things like that. On a specialty type, you actually select which specialty type you need help with. Training for state national principles, land patents, documents, etc. And when the date of the event's going to be. Okay. Now, help with state national paperwork, help with Form 56, help with whatever I'm doing and the circumstances associated with that, like so. Okay. And so the people that have set up that they have a specialty, they would get the notification that this is out there. Okay. Similarly, if we did a trade work, then you would selected plumbing or air conditioning or carpentry work or whatever that is that you want to do. Okay. And then it goes out there on a list and then people get notified, etc. Okay, so that's, and then on the support side, if there's a technical problem, like for example, the states are not sorted, you could put that in as a request and that would go into our technical support department. Credit card processing, PayPal, etc., then we would get a notice and we can then get into whatever that issue is there. And then we also have ideas and suggestion page so that we can move this thing along as we get new ideas of how to use the system. Okay. Don't have any training videos right now, but we're working on a few. There you go. So that's as a regular user. This part of the demo is going to be talking about the ticketing system that has now been added to state national events. You'll notice at the top of the website there is now a purchase ticket button. But before we do that, we have to have an event to purchase against. So we come down here to the new event, and you see now we have sales ticket event. We can come over here to this gum and we can enter a title like David Straight Level 2 Training. And then we can give it a narration and the date of the event and the time. Let's say 9 o'clock a.m. Okay, something like that. Okay. And then we can certainly give it a location like so. 1234 Main Street. And we have to give it a location, so let's say this is going to be in Texas, like so, and some county and some city like that. Okay. We have the ability to have different levels of tickets. So we can say VIP, and let's say it's 120 or 250. And let's say we have 100 of them, like so. Add, and then we can do general, and let's say they're 175, and we've got 500, like so. Add, and then remote, zoom, like so. And we'll say 150, like so. And there really isn't any limit, but I'll just put 250, like so. Okay, and press add. So this is basically where you set the ticket up. Now, notice based on the area that we've said, Texas, there are 2 possible attendees. We can also request a national broadcast. And then when you say ready for release, it goes out. If it's a national broadcast event, it has to go through approval process before it's actually emailed out to the world. And I'm going to hit save. So there is the event, and it's pending approval. Okay, so we come over here to management, approve events. Okay, and there's this guy right here. We can take a look at it like so, and hit save. Okay. So now it becomes a event that's ready for release. So back to the home button, click over here on purchase, like so, and you see our new event that just showed up for that date. Okay. So as an attendee, I can go ahead and click on this guy, like so, look over the event, and I can purchase a ticket, like so. Come over here to purchase a ticket. I can put my name and information in there, my contact information, the type of ticket I want, and other information regarding my status and interest that I want to know about during this conference, like so. Okay. And I can press add. And there's my first ticket, like so. Now, if you're coming with a partner, then you can go ahead and do the exact same thing add the second person in, like so, type a ticket, VIP, and fill out their information appropriately, add ticket. And so now we have 2 tickets that are ready to go, and we can now purchase these. Okay, now, either PayPal or credit card, and then hit Pay Now, and it processes the credit card information like so. Okay. And what it will do is it will send out emails to those email addresses with your ticket. Okay. You can also download it and print it here. And if I click over here on my email system, ticket eventually will show up. I'll just go ahead and just open it up right now, and there's what the ticket looks like so far. Okay. Now, this is a barcode that is scannable on your cell phone and can be used to check in. So I'll go ahead and hit print that out to a printer, and then I'll show you how the check-in works. Okay. If I go up to, I can also see all my tickets I've purchased by coming over here, and you can see all the tickets that I purchased, which is, these are the last 2 that I just did. If I come down here to the event list, like so, and choose this event like so, I can also see my tickets here that I purchased for that. And then if you're at an admin level, you can actually export this list of all the attendees of the event, and you'll notice Excel, PDF, CSV, comma separated value. And all the data fields are now exported into the Excel file, like so. If we want to check this in, we would log in as a particular user that has check-in capability. And I'm going to use that user right there. Okay. You notice we have a limited menu, and one is auto. And what that means is you could literally load a QR code scanner onto your phone and literally just click on it and scan the barcode that's on the label, and then it'll take you right to the website, force you to log in, which you can do, and then register that ticket. In this case, I'm going to demonstrate it on screen by using the manual function. And what you do here is you type in the paper what that ticket is, and you see it finds the attendee. Okay, and then you can check in. If you want, you can do check in with print. My intention is that you could print a label for that person to paste onto their chest, the name label. Currently it prints out the ticket again, but I'm going to have that changed. But we click on check-in like so, and then we move on to the next person. So it's actually very fast, and you can even get a label printed out eventually. Now, if the person tries to check in a second time, like so, it says that person has checked in already. So you can't get away with using a duplicate ticket through the system. Okay. And that's the check-in feature of the ticket system. Okay. Okay, so if I log out now, I can log out and I can log in as an admin. And so the admin is where you have the same information, but you also have the ability to manage those events. So this is where you can manage and approve an event. You would click on this, and then the different events that have to be approved, you would click over here on this guy, for example, and then read through whatever the event is, and then either report it as abuse, i.e. somebody's putting a message out that isn't approved, something that's selling a product that's not related to State National or something like that, but that would be abuse. And then, yes, it's approved, and send out a message, and then this is how it would go out. And then you've also got, we have our partners, we can set up partners, we've got that. We've got special users we can set up. Later on, if we force the address with some sort of a bill, like an electrical bill or something, then there's an approval process for that, which is not currently implemented. We can manage our partners. We can click on manage partners, and then the different partners would show up. Where are they at? There we are. So there's your partner page where you can actually edit and delete the different partners, like so. Okay. When you're actually creating a new account, what happens is you would come over here to create an account. You can send out a request, and this would go to the person. And you can, so from inside the system, you can send this email message to somebody and they can set up their own account or create a new account. And then they set up their login ID information like so. Once you do that, it takes you down the profiles where you set up what your login ID and password, nickname, etc. Optionally put an address in there or not. It's not required. You got your phone numbers. When you became a state national, passport is a future thing. We're going to probably change this to be who referred you to the system, etc. Notice we have a friendly photo capability, so when you're sending out an event, you may want to include a picture of you on the event, so they know who the coordinator is, and there's an option for a passport. None of that is required. And then the other capability would be the notification system. This is where you declare, if you have a specialty, then you declare your specialty, like so. If you're a trade, you declare your trades. And then here you can determine what level of notification I want to hear statewide for court cases, or I only want to hear county, or I only want to hear city. So you have the ability to control how wide an area you're going to be notified about type event. So that's court, site, school board meetings, etc., specialty types, trade, and then this is on our technician side, support calls, and then the admin side of this. You can put in a additional email address. This would be like husband and spouse or significant other, so that you can have one account for two different people, like so. And then in the user side, you could edit this record and change your billing date, change your credit card, etc. So that's all going to be coming along. You can go from monthly to annual if you don't want to see individual bills, etc. We've made the cost of entry relatively inexpensive, $10 a month, $9.95 for monthly, and $99 for annual. And I see that as a low entry for the capabilities that you're getting through the system. And there you go. State national events. Thank you very much.